Voice. Now you can just.
Okay. Now go to the notepad in your host machine. Go to the notepad and then just type types of tables in Hive. Very, very important question. Okay. Types of tables in Hive.
Laptop change कर दो.
Just a minute. We'll log into the other machine. You'll give this the. Huh?
Means I'll just make a
Yeah.
machine like most. It takes two most.
Load data. Sorry. Types of tables in Hive. Types of tables in Hive. Font size increase. Control plus. Control plus. Still control plus. Yeah. I'll tell you. We'll tell. Okay. Today we'll tell. Now types of tables in Hive. Right. So what are the types of tables in Hive? There are two types of tables. One is right now manage MANAGED manage or internal tables. INTERNAL internal tables. Next, external tables. There are two types of tables in Hive, namely managed table or external table. So what is the managed table? The name itself says the managed table is managed by the Hive processes itself. Right? Now by default, you create any table, it's a managed table. Right? External tables you can create with the help of using external keyword. External tables will be created with a keyword called external. You can customize the location of HDFS. What is the default location of HDFS that is used by Hive?
User
Hive warehouse, right? So whether you mention or not, Hive is using the default path. Using external tables, you can customize your location. Let us do with one example and check what is the difference between an internal table and external table. This is most widely used interview question. Okay, so go back to your terminal. We need to start the Hive, right? Double click share full screen, control plus. Slowly, what I'm telling you do that. Okay, control plus. Hang it. Wait. The other machine is connected.
Yes, it has right.
What's the password for that machine?
It's happening from here.
Now it came, right? It came. Hive. It came. Now you have installed Hive, right?
Yes.
Type Hive. Enter. It will take you to the Hive shell. Hive means Hive server 1. Hive uses a default database called Derby. But in real time, Derby database is not recommended. Can you please tell me what could be the reason? Concurrency. Because multi-user connectivity is not supported by Derby. Right? Now, what you do is, what is that caused by Hive Metastore not initialized? You have not initialized the schema tool. It is saying, right?
Sir, I tried it, but it is doing that.
ls space hyphen LTR. Whenever you are getting error, what you do is sudo space rm minus rf. Remove this metastore underscore db. Metastore underscore db and as well as derby.log. Hadoop, right?
Yes.
Now what you do is schema tool hyphen. What is the DB tab we are using?
DB
Derby and hyphen init schema. It should initialize the schema for the Derby database and it will create a new metastore underscore DB. Completed. Now just type Hive. It will take you to the Hive shell. Very, very important in the hive and scoop ecosystems. You need to understand the flow. What could be the reason? You need to start-dfs.sh down and then wait. Because hive is installed on top of. So for hive to run, you need to have a Hadoop processes running, right? So if Hadoop is not running, hive will not allow you to connect this terminal. Tell me.
Yes.
Which one? Schema tool. Basic database Derby. So after installing hive, you need to run a schema tool which initializes the Derby database metastore DB. Right? So initializes the schema and everything internally. So we need to first start that schema tool. Schema tool hyphen init data init schema hyphen.
This is okay.
No need. Now you can run the hive. HAV hive. Once the metastore_db is initialized, now you can connect to hive shell. Okay. Now it is logging into your hive. As it is the first time it is taking, it will take a couple of seconds. Now here you see hive on map reduce is deprecated. Right? It is not available in the future releases. Show space databases, semicolon enter. You have a default. We will create a new database called training. So create database training, create space database space training, semi databases, show space databases, semicolon enter. Now we have few properties can be configured using set parameter. SCT set hive dot CLI dot print dot current dot db semicolon. What does it say?
False.
False. It is set to false. Now we are trying to set to true. Upward arrow. db equals to true. true. Enter. Now you are into default. The output is same. Now use training. Semicolon enter. Again enter. So that you know what is the command we are doing. People can see. All of you. Now we need to create tables. By default, you create any table. That table will be created under user hive warehouse. Right? Open another terminal, please. Just right click new terminal. Right click new window. Control Shift ++. Okay. Now su space hyphen space sd user. Su space hyphen space sd user. Enter. Give your password. hdfs dfs hyphen ls space /user /hive /warehouse. Enter. It says that there will not be only one database called training.db. You have created a training database, right? So that training database will be using user hive path in HDFS with .db extension. Whatever tables we are creating, hive will be using this location. Whereas this database information, table information will be stored in Derby metastore. Now let's do one thing. Go back to the other Hive terminal. Hive terminal. Yeah. Create table. Create table. For example, AVD in brackets ID space int, comma, name string, close the bracket, enter, row format, row space format, delimited, space, delimited, DELIMITED, enter, fields terminated by FIELDS, fields terminated by, what's the delimiter we are using normally? Comma. So single quotes, comma. Next line, stored as, this is the default file format. Text file, TEXT FILE, semicolon, enter. Now you have created one table, right? Show space tables, semicolon, enter. Now it is a AVD. Describe AVD. Describe space AVD, semicolon, enter, so that others can see, enter. Now clear, right? We have created one table. We have described the table. But do these two commands giving you any information of a manager table or external table? No, right? So we will be using describe, right now. Describe space formatted table name. What's the table name? AVD. Semicolon, enter. We copy this into a notepad, all the output of this command. Page up slowly, page up. Slowly page up, still. Up to describe formatted AVD. Right click, copy. Go to your notepad. Control V. Now double click on the terminal, page up slowly. First go to the notepad. Page up. Hang on. Detailed table information. What is the database name? Training. Move the cursor here. Who is the owner? SD user. Create time. Today's time. Last access. Now location. What is the location this table is using?
Unknown.
User, Hive, warehouse, training.db. Right? Now, if you see the next line, what is the table type?
Manage table.
So this command is giving white t-shirt. Colon. So what is the command we have used? What is the command we have used to know whether it is a managed or external table? Describe. Describe space formatted. Concentrate. Okay. Describe space formatted space table name. Right. This is very important session. Right. Now, likewise, we will create one more table. Go back to the Hive. Enter. Create external space table. Whenever you are using this keyword, it is an external table. Create space external space table. AVD1 in brackets ID space int, comma, namespace string, close the bracket, enter, row format, space delimited, rest of same, delimited. Next line, fields terminated by single quotes, comma. Next line, stored as text file. Now here we will be using a new argument called location. Stored as text file. Next, enter. Location, 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 space, single quotes, /. You can give any name. I am just giving my AVD my ABD1, my ABD1. So this will create a new directory in HDFS, and this table will be now stored under this. If you are not mentioning this, it will store across user hive warehouse. Okay, semicolon, semicolon, enter. Show space tables. You have two tables, one is ABD, one is ABD1. Describe space formatted. Describe space formatted. Space. What's the table name? ABD1. Semicolon, enter. Now copy this output again. From describe formatted. From describe formatted. Or else you can create the table command as well if you want. Right click copy, because this notepad you are sharing, right?
Yes.
Class notes. Copy. Go back to the notepad. After the last lines, give. Enter, enter, draw a line. Draw a line. Next line. Yes. Now, control V. Now go back to the output. Move your cursor to the output.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. ABD1, detailed information. You can see, scroll it down. Database name is training. Owner name is SD user. Where is the location it is using in HDFS? Last one, right? And what is the table type? External table. Now go back to the other terminal. Go back to the other terminal. Click on the other terminal. Now this is upward arrow / training.db / training.db. Enter. Now you have an ABD is there, which is a managed table, right? Now where you should see the external table? Where you should see the external table? / my ABD, right? So give the command HDFS DFS -ls / my capital M. My ABD, okay, my ABD1. Enter. Right. Upward arrow. Remove that my ABD1 and just give / enter. Now you have a my ABD1, right? Till now, everybody is clear, right? We have created two tables. One is managed and the other one is external. And we have given a formatted table command to check whether what is the managed table, what is the external table. Now let's load the data into these two tables, right? Enter and clear. PWD LS7 LTR sudo space nano, for example, space ABD data in a single line, enter your password. Now give some 8 to 9 records or 6 to 7 records, 1 comma Hadoop, 2 comma HDFS, map reduce, hive, file, Spark, Kafka, seven, and then you have a anything Linux, Control X Y enter. Now you have a file in local file system, ls-ltr, clear. You have a file in home SD user ABD data. What is the command to load a data from local file system? Load data, local info, followed by local file system location into table name. Last, clear, right? Yeah. Now go back to the terminal. Hive terminal. Yes. Enter. Load data, local info. INPATH space single quotes slash home slash SD user slash what is that? ABD data, right? ABD data. After single quotes, space into table. What's the table name?
AVD.
ABD. It's a managed table, right? Semicolon enter. Select start from ABD. Now you have a managed table. You loaded data. Go to the HTML and check whether how the data is populated. Clear, and good. DFS. There is a part that is using user high.
Sorry.
HD is not high, right? High and after that warehouse. User high warehouse enter. Now you have a user high warehouse training.db. So clear. Upward arrow. After training.db slash training.db, you can see a training spelling. Training.db. Training.db. Enter. Now you can see a table name called ABD. Under ABD, you can see a ABD data loaded. Upward arrow. ABD slash ABD. Enter. Now you see here ABD data. Clear, right? Now let's do one thing. Let's drop this data. Let's drop this table, manage a table. Go back to the Hive shell. What is the command to drop a table?
Drop table name.
Drop table name, right? Enter. Drop table. What is the table name? ABD. Semicolon enter. Show space tables. Enter. Now your table is removed from the Hive metastore. All of you. Go back to your HDFS and see what happens to the data. Upward arrow. Enter. What does the output say?
No such file.
No such file or directory. So if it is a managed table, and if you are dropping that managed table, your table is completely deleting from Hive metastore, as well as the data that it is stored in HDFS is also deleted. Means you cannot have the data either from Hive metastore nor from HDFS. Are we clear? Now let's see what happens if we drop it. Let's load the data in external table. Clear? Enter. Load data. Local in space single quotes slash home slash SD user slash ABD data into table. What's the table name? ABD1. Semicolon enter. Select star from ABD1. Select star from ABD1. Semicolon enter. Now you have a record. Let's go back to HDFS and check the data. What's the location you are given? What's the location you are given? HDFS DFS -ls / ABD1. Enter. My ABD1, right? Sorry, my ABD1. My ABD data, my ABD1. Now here you see under my ABD, enter. You can see my ABD1 / the file name you have entered. Now let's drop this external table. Go back to the terminal, Hive terminal. Wrong table, AVD1. Enter. Show space tables. Now your external table is also deleted from Hive Metastore. Let us see what happens in HDFS. Go back to your HDFS. Upward arrow. Enter. Enter. What do you see now? The data is still
Present.
existing. It is not deleted. So in real-time clusters, production clusters, we will store the client data as external tables only. Even though the table is deleted by default, you still have the HDFS data available in our storage. But if it is a managed table, you will lose the entire metadata as well as the HDFS data as well. But when it comes to external table, even though you delete by mistakenly, your Hive table is deleted, but HDFS data is still available. This data can be reused by some other applications for other jobs. Let's say, for example, go to the Hive. Go to Hive. For example, enter. Create table. Create external space table space AVD2 in brackets ID space name comma ID space int comma namespace string close the bracket, enter. Row format delimited format DELIMITED enter. Fields terminated by single quotes comma stored as text file and then the next line file not files gone semicolon it will give an error. Enter. Okay, upward arrow enter. Upward arrow row format delimited enter. Fields terminated by enter. Stored as text file next enter. Location, I am using the existing location now. In the existing location, what is there? My AVD1. Under my AVD1 there is a file, right? EMP data file. So let's see what happens. Single quotes my AVD1 / my AVD1 enter. Now let's see what happens. Semicolon right. Now select start from what is that? AVD2 enter. Without loading the data, you have already that data automatically loaded because under AVD1 my AVD1 there is already some data, right? Now you are using a new table, external table to use that location. So instead of again loading, you are using that already existing data, right? So that is the use of now we have a folder, we have a data in this folder, right? Now you have created a new external table and you have given this location. But under this location, there is one file, right? So this file data will be automatically loaded to your table without your loading. So that is reusable data. So the first AVD1 table has been deleted and you are using the table to this newly created AVD2. Following in it, there are two types of tables. One is managed table, external table. By default, managed tables are managed by Hive. Whatever table you created in Hive, it is a managed table. External tables are created by using a keyword called external. External tables use other than default location by specifying the argument location, any your customized location in HDFS. If you drop a table, managed table, or else the command to check a table is a managed or external is describe formatted table name. Describe space formatted AVD gives you the table type is managed. Describe formatted AVD1, it tells that it is an external. Now, once you drop a managed table, the table from Hive Metastore as well as the table, the data that is stored in HDFS will be completely removed, wiped out. But when it comes to external table, even though you drop a table in Hive, the table Metastore will be deleted. But the data that it is linked to HDFS storage will be remaining the same. This data can be reused for some other tables or for some other applications. Reusable data. Are we clear, everybody? Or any questions?
Sir, what if the schema of the newly created table is different than the previous one?
It will come null values, right? For example, just go back to that terminal, other terminal. New even if you so drop table AVD2 semicolon and use semicolon enter. Now again go back to external, create external space table. What's the table name? AVD3 and then ID int. Give the different schema now. Give a different schema.
Salary.
Yes. Salary integer, salary space integer int in comma name enter row format delimited row DELIMITED row format delimited fields terminated by single quotes comma fields terminated by single quotes comma. Next line stored as text file file enter location. What's the location in HDFS? Single quotes my AVD 1, right? My AVD 1 semicolon enter. Select start from I think for salary and name it will give you, it should give you AVD3, right? AVD3 because the first column is okay, schema on grade, right? Querying its name, but you are having here the different for string value. So null value. Anyways, the third column is not there here for the table. So it is taking null value. Clear? Okay. Now we have discussed that Hive uses a database called Derby. But can you see the meta store here? Like how you are storing metadata in name node? You're not storing that. You're not able to see, right? So what we do is we will customize. We will tell Hive that from now I'm not using Derby database. I want to use MySQL as your meta. Send this to the group, okay? Open your Gmail. Zoom is working, right?
Yes. Zoom.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Open your Gmail. Let me share you some important documents, Hive related documents. Please share it to your group. What's your email ID?
Chinnmay27.
Spelling?
CHINMAY.
And then?
NMAY. CHINMAY.
And then?
AY.
Okay. Okay.
NAIK.
And
NAIK. 27 at the rate Gmail.
just check. Correct, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Hive doc. Please share it this to your group. Okay. Very, very important document. See, when I am sharing anything important to you, I told you, right? Create Hadoop directory. Under subdirectories, create these ecosystems. Okay. I'm sharing you the hive.zip file, MySQL integration.txt, Day9, and then
Sir, we are using Hive. Create another load on the resource manager for processing purpose.
again, come again.
Means, I am using scoop on one terminal.
Okay.
And Hive on other terminal. And
See, here you are using very little RAM, right? That's why you'll be having the issue. But in real time, you'll be working with multiple, with very large RAMs, right? So in that case, no need to worry about that. The resource manager will take care, because in large production clusters, masters will be running with high-end hardware configurations, and you will be running with very large RAMs, right? So in that case, multiple jobs, scope jobs, or application jobs can run Hive and everything. So multiple jobs can doing like this. Okay. Now these are the Hive documents, right? Very, very important. Check your Gmail. Refresh. Once the class is done, you will be sharing the documents to your group in WhatsApp or whatever, so that store all these documents and we'll be doing the exercises from this important documents, hands-on documents. Okay. It will not come in spam.
It's official.
Yeah. Let me share you the center.
Only for
Yeah. Now you can see, download this Hive server, MySQL integration first of all. Yeah, download first this document and then we will later work on the remaining things. Okay. Open this notepad. Now here you see, we are now telling Hive that I am using MySQL. You have already installed MySQL, right? Correct? And you know the password. What is the MySQL password? Bigdata@123. For our reference, we are using. Okay. Now open that case. MySQL opening. Go back to your Hive terminal. Open this. Yes, please. Right? Now full screen. Now let's do one thing. Basically, whatever tables we are creating now will be gone because we are now telling Hive that from now onwards, I am doing some configuration changes in my Hive-site.xml and then I will restart the Hive so that after restart, you need to use MySQL as your metastore, not database. One instruction, one time. It will work. Meanwhile, open this notepad. Go to the downloads folder. Because you are sharing and you are doing all the operations, right? So that's why it is slow. Okay. Now go back to your Ubuntu terminal. Close remaining one. What are all the terminals now? Now let's do one thing. This is the notepad, right? Oh, open, right? Now. So the instruction is working, but it's get slow. Now let's do one thing. Control-Shift++, Control-Shift++. Hang on. After configuration, actually I forgot property. So property, okay, and then just this property. Add this property now. Yesterday I asked you to copy Control++. Now here you see property javax.jdo option connection URL. Yesterday we have copied this property, right, from hive-default-xml.template, and then there it says that JDBC derby MySQL metastore_db equals to true. But here if you see JDBC is using MySQL which is installed on the local host and metastore_db. Create database if not exists. Okay, so it will create a new database called metastore_db in MySQL. Okay. Then it is using a com.mysql.driver. If you remember in school, we have downloaded a MySQL Java connector, right? How we have copied the jar file into user local scope lib. We need to copy the same jar file to Hive lib as well. Okay. Once this is done, what is the username of MySQL? Root, right? And then the password mine is root123. In your case, it is bigdata@123. Okay, slowly drop down. Metastore configuration. Control A, Control C. Go back to the Hive shell. Exit, exit, exit. Exit. Semicolon enter. Full screen, full screen.
It is giving like this.
Now let's do clear. Slow. MySQL space -u space root space -small p enter.
Big data at the rate 123.
Now show space databases. Semicolon enter. Do you see any metastore underscore db here? No, right? So exit. Semicolon. Now what we do is cd space 2 dots. Enter cd conf. Enter ls-ltr. Now there is a default.xml template, right? Sudo space nano hyphen de tab button. Enter. Control deadbeat. Enter. Now here you see JDBC deadbeat. Database name equals to metastore underscore db. After running the schema tool, we can see the metastore underscore db created, right? All of you.
Yes.
Now we have few parameters copied, right? Either you can copy those parameters here or Control X. We will create a new file. Enter. Sudo space nano hyphen site.xml. Enter. Right click paste. This is an XML file, right? So let's see all the properties configurations are done. Okay, configuration Control X, Y enter. Now you have done some changes, right? Now do one thing, cd space 2 dots / 2 dots enter pwd ls-ltr. Now you have a MySQL connector, right? cd MySQL tab button. Enter. ls-ltr. You have 2 jar files now. Like how you have copied these jar files to scope, we'll be copying now using cp command. Sudo space cp my tab button start space /usr /local /hive/lib. Enter. Now go to this cd space 2 dots // cd space hive/lib. Just check whether the files are copied or not. Jar files. Last two, if you see, 2 jar files are copied, right? Last 2. The usernames are root. So what we do? We will change the ownership. Sudo space chown -R space hd user :hadoop space my tab button. Okay, start. Enter. Now what you do is you have copied, right? So let's do one thing. We will restart cluster. Stop -df. Okay, yeah, man. Okay, thank you. Yeah, okay, just give me 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Now stop -dfs.sh and then stop -yarn.sh and then you will be now starting the cluster. Let's see what happens. Now stop hyphen yarn dot
Manage.
stop hyphen yarn dot sh. Yarn dot sh.
It's just getting.
Sometimes it should be fun, man. Classroom should be. Okay. Otherwise, Chomish will feel. Right? JBS. Now you need to start the cluster, restarting. What's the command? Start hyphen dfs.sh. Start hyphen yarn.sh. Give the command. Start hyphen yarn dfs.sh. Enter. Start hyphen yarn.sh.
Sometimes it goes fast. And sometimes
Again, start hyphen yarn.sh. Start hyphen yarn.sh. Enter. Now you can see JPS. Let's do one thing. Let's restart our Hive. So from now onwards, Hive should be using a database called metastore underscore db, which is in MySQL, right? Let's type cd space 2 dots, cd bin. Now again, one more step we are missing. Enter. ls-ltr schema tool we need to run. Like earlier, we have configured db type derby, right? Now we need to configure db type as MySQL. Dot forward slash command. Dot forward slash schema tool sc tab hyphen space hyphen db type capital T. Capital db small capital T type space MySQL. Wait, we'll give enters. MySQL space hyphen init schema init capital S C H E M A. Okay, give an enter. Now you see here schema tool hyphen db type MySQL hyphen init schema. Earlier we have given derby, right? Now we have given MySQL. What does it say? Starting metastore schema initialization. Initialization script completed. Schema tool completed. Right. Now just give enter, enter, enter. HAV Hive. Enter. All the previous tables that you have created, right? AVD, AVD1, AVD will be wiped out. Now, fresh tables and fresh metastore, right? Why we are using MySQL instead of derby? Because derby have concurrency security, right? Show space databases, semicolon enter. Now you have a default. For example, create database. Sorry, create database. Okay, create database test. DEST test. Enter. Use test. Semicolon enter. Create table. EMP in brackets. ID in namespace string. Next line. Row format delimited. DELIMITED. Next line. Fields terminated by FIELDS. Fields terminated by single quotes, comma, semicolon. Not semicolon. No need of that. What type of table this is? Managed table. Which location it will be using? Default. What's the default location? User Hive warehouse. Show space tables. Now in another terminal, open MySQL. Enter. In another terminal, open MySQL. Clear all this AVD1. Clear. MySQL space hyphen u. MySQL space hyphen u. Space root. Space hyphen small p. Enter. show space databases, show space databases, show space databases. Now what is the new database you see here?
Great. My
Metastore underscore db created, right? Use metastore underscore db. Use metastore underscore db. Use metastore underscore db. Semicolon. Select star from show tables, show tables, show tables, show space tables. Semicolon. Enter. Now here you see there is a lot many tables information in this metastore, right? Now how the metastore will be stored in which table is, what is this? TBLS, which is short form of tables. Select star from capitals TBLS, semicolon. Now if you see here how the metadata is populated or how Hive is storing the metadata, see. Table ID, create time, database ID, last access. So table ID is one, create time, database ID. We have created a new database. Owner, SD user, SDID one. Table name, what's the table name? EMP, what type of table? Manage. In Derby, we cannot see this. But in MySQL, we are getting the meta information, right? All of you. Let's create an external table and see whether, go to the other terminal, create another external table. In Hive already Hive open, right? Create an external table, create space external, emp1 in brackets, id space int, comma, namespace string. Okay, next, row format delimited, fields terminated by, comma, single quotes, comma, next line, location, I'll give any different location, for example, single quotes, my AVD2, semicolon, yeah, enter. Now you have created another table. Go back to that MySQL, upward arrow, enter. What does you see now?
second.
Another table related to metastore information, metadata, EMP1 external table. So this is the advantage of customizing a MySQL to Hive metastore. While upgrading or while doing any maintenance, you can take MySQL dump command is there, right? To take the backup, we have a MySQL dump command. So you will store this metadata, you will backup this metadata. Object ID, where is that? Table ID, create time, and then database ID. Which one? Database ID we are creating under test only, right? So we are having that. If you are creating under different database ID, it will give 3 or 4 or whatever number, right? Continuation or 10 minutes break? 10 minutes break. Stop share. Stop share. Now, can we Right. Now let's come back to the class again, everybody. Okay. All of you, please settle yourself. Please settle yourself. So we have discussed about all of you. Now there is actually we have done scoop, right? In that there is scoop export command is pending. Scoop hive command is also pending. We'll complete that. In tomorrow's class, we will be discussing about hive partitions and bucketing. Very, very important concepts. Okay. Go to your hive. Go to your hive. Full screen. Full screen. Exit. 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 Semicolon. Exit first. Exit first. Exit first.
This one.
This keep the go to the other window. Go to the other hive window. You have 3 windows open, right? Okay. Now exit. Exit. Now clear. 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 If you see, type scoop normally. Scoop, enter. It has import command and export command. Scoop help, enter. Now you see here, we have a scoop import as well as scoop export, right? Importing does the data from the RDBMS to your HDFS. Now we'll do the vice versa. For example, go to that MySQL terminal in the other window. Go to the MySQL. Okay, clear. Recording on check whether we are logged into that. Yeah, sharing the screen, right? Everything. Yeah, you are screen sharing. Wonderful. Now, Control Shift plus. Okay, hang on. MySQL space -u space root space -p, enter. Password is big data 123. Now show space databases. Yes. Semicolon, enter. Now say for example, use training. Show space tables. Now you have a student and student 1, right? Select start from student. Semicolon, enter. You have how many? 8 records are there, right? Describe student. Semicolon, enter. Now you have a ID and name columns. Now we are importing a file in HDFS to your scope. Okay. In order to do that, first of all, while exporting, you should have a table, right? So we already have a table called student, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now go to the other window.
New one or
Previous one. Yeah. Clear. Now cd space /home /hd user, enter. ls-ltr. Okay. Now let's create one file here, all of you. Sudo space nano. My sample file. Enter. Your password. Now say for example 1238, right? Let's give 20 comma Hadoop. 21 comma, just give 5 to 6 to 7 records. 21 comma Linux. 22 comma Spark. HDFS. MapReduce. 24. 24 comma map reduce, 25 comma Kafka high, 26 comma high, 26 comma high. Control X, Y, enter. ls hyphen LTR. Now you have a my sample file there. This is in local file system. We need to place this file in HDFS. Okay. HDFS hyphen code, HDFS hyphen code, HDFS DFS hyphen code slash home slash SD user slash my sample file. Yeah, use that. Space. I am placing this file into one location called, for example, let's create, otherwise do one thing, remove that, I'll tell you. HDFS DFS hyphen MKDIR, HDFS hyphen MKDIR. I'll create space slash AVD data. AVD data, enter. Now under AVD data, we have created a HDFS DFS hyphen LS, HDFS DFS hyphen LS, space forward slash, enter. Now you see you have a slash AVD data, second directory. Now in the second directory, we will place this file. Which file? The sample file, right? What's the file name?
My sample.
My sample file, right? HDFS DFS, HDFS DFS hyphen code slash home SD user slash my my tab sample file to slash AVD data, enter. Now let's see whether your directory is there or not. HDFS DFS hyphen LS slash AVD data. In that you should see this file. Now you have a file, right? Now we want to export this. While exporting, what scope does is whether the table name that you are mentioning in export is present in MySQL or not. If the table is not present, scope cannot export, right? So the first command it will verify is whether the table name is present or not. And then we will mention the export directory and also what is the separated comma separated here, delimited comma, right? So clear and space export enter hyphen help enter. Now you have all the arguments for scoop export. Page up slowly, page up slowly. H catalog arguments and then code generation arguments, page up. Output line arguments, page up. Input parsing, page up. So here you see export control arguments, batch, call, clear staging with that. Yeah, slowly down now. Clear staging table, columns, column 1, column 2, column 3, down. Direct. Now here you see hyphen export hyphen directory. Down. And then number of mappers, how many mappers you want to use. Staging table down. Table. Update key down. Update mode. And then we have insert mode and append mode. Down. Validate. Validation. These are all the arguments. Okay. Now what I do is go to the terminal, go to the enter. Clear. Right. Scoop export. Hyphen connect. Which database? In MySQL. Training, right?
Training.
Slash training. If you don't, go to MySQL otherwise. Go to MySQL and recheck. Go to MySQL. Which table we slow. Yeah. So what's the table name? Student, right?
Student.
Yeah. Now go back. training space hyphen table. What's the table name? Student. So to this table student we are exporting, right? Where is the export directory? HTML space hyphen export -dir space. What's the export directory? /avd. What is that? Let's check in
AVD
that.
data.
Huh?
AVD data.
Click it in the first one. AVD data one, I guess. Go to this first. Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah. SU space hyphen space SD user. Now you see we have a SDFS DFS hyphen ls /enter. We have a AVD data, right? Second one.
Yes, AVD.
Under AVD data, what's the file name? /AVD data. Enter. AVD data we have a my sample file, right? So copy this file just for don't give this white space, it will give enter. From copy that one, double click. /AVD data, right click copy. Okay. Now remove that hash /, right click paste. Now you have a AVD data sample file. This sample file is a comma separated, right? Space hyphen fields hyphen FIEL fields hyphen terminated hyphen by space single quotes comma right hyphen username root space hyphen capital P. Here also Scoop uses 4 mappers, but the output is in MySQL, right? You cannot see. So try to give an enter. What's the password?
Big data.
Big data @123. Executing SQL statements. Now it will connect to the resource manager and then it will start the export. Number of splits 4 means by default it is taking 4 mappers. Running job ID.
Map.
Map 0%, reduce 0%. What is that?
He's saying that you can check the memory space.
Let's wait, it will run. Once map is done, once mapper 100% is done, then we can go to the MySQL and check whether the records have been appended or not. Let's wait for 1 to 2 minutes. Otherwise, we will check in MySQL whether this table has been appended or not. Okay.
V-H. V-H.
Yes, please. Yes. We are now exporting the data from HDFS to MySQL. Please. Please. Go back to the MySQL. Go back to the MySQL. Once still June is running or not?
System hang.
Huh?
System hang.
June is running. Now just go back to your MySQL. Minimum 3 GB to 4 GB is required. Otherwise, the job gets struck.
I give 3 GB, but after I just made a I want to make modification. It is saying that hotkeys in it. I cannot increase that.
Means it is only recommended for 3 GB only. Let's wait. Others, can you give a try from your machine whose laptop is running fastly? Check whether scoop export is running fine or not. Scoop export command. Taking, but the instruction is running slow. Yeah. This one, right? Terminal is wrong. Just wait. Now, select start from student do. Earlier you have up to Manav, right? 8. So if the scoop export is successful, 20, Hadoop, 21, Hive, 22, okay. You need to get those records. So just try to give select start from what is that? Student. Semicolon.
No connection.
So MySQL is big data at the rate 1 to 3 enter. Can't connect to server. So your MySQL is not running. Come exit. Now just give MySQL space. See, I'm not telling this for fun, right? Okay. If you're not interested, please go. This is very, very important subject. Okay. MySQL space -new root -small p. Give the password big data at the rate 1 to 3. Right? Show space databases. Use training. Once this is listed, you need to go use training, and then we need to give the select start from
Training.
Now just give select start from student. You should see the new student, not students. Up to 1 means still the job is running. Okay, means here the export. Here you see there is still the job is running, because as MySQL is down again. Let's see whether failure. You see here MySQL failure attempt is failed. Java IO exception. Maybe let's see whether the job is again running or not. Let's see. Connection refused is saying. Let me go to this new window.
So once the connection is disabled from MySQL,
Huh.
and if we again restore it, then it will run it from the point where it was stopped.
Basically, it should not run because MySQL connection is lost, right? Due to some network issue or others. Because your RAM, these occurs due to some RAM issues only. If your machine is running fine, you will not get this. Okay.
What's the time? 8:40.
Now, yesterday I asked you to download any Hive book. No, right?
No.
Okay. Now just go to your Google. I will give you 2 important Hive PDFs. Very, very useful. Open your Google. No issues. Okay. There are 2 important PDFs. One is practical Hive. Now just type Google,
Takes time.
and then you have Hive Essentials. These two books are really very important. Okay. Huh?
Second name of second book.
Apache Hive Essentials. First one, Google. Just go to your Google, please. One is Practical Hive, and then the other one is Apache Hive Essentials. Google. Practical Hive, not Hadoop. Practical Hive, Practical HABA Hive. Okay. PDF, Practical Hive PDF. Tomorrow we'll be having the morning session only. Okay? Same time, 11 to 1:30.
So, can we just take this video on my device and share it, because these guys will share it out on 9th.
But this video will, you don't have access right to this video. I don't have the video. I don't have the access. That's why. So Practical Hive PDF. Yeah. Now a Practical Hive, a guide to Hadoop's data warehouse. Click on that. Click on that book. Very useful and important book. Okay. Now here you see Practical Hive, a guide to Hadoop's download, which is PDF drive, right? Click on the download button. It should start download. Send it to your group, okay? Whatever documents I'm sharing to you, send it to your group, okay? Videos you will be sharing by today or tomorrow morning. But yes, whatever we are discussing, today's topic what? External tables, internal tables. Okay, what happens if you drop an internal table? What happens if you drop an external table? And then scoop export we have discussed. Configuring MySQL as a customized database. Let's give a try. Scoop export in your free time tomorrow, and then just come up with your own observations. Okay. It's downloading.
No, actually.
Download PDF. Okay. Now this is the book. It's starting downloading, right? Now just click on Apache Hive Essentials. Apache Hive, Apache space Hive space Essentials. ESSENTIALS. TIALS. Enter. Apache Hive Essentials also very important book. Slowly drop down. Down. And page up slowly. Come correct. Flow down. It will be like that only. Or else type in Google. Apache Hive Essentials. Hive Essentials PDF. Type Hive Essentials PDF. Hive Essentials. Hive Essentials PDF.
This one.
Yeah. Download PDF. Close. Okay. So practical Hive is very important, and then the other one is Apache Hive Essentials. I'll be giving you few pages as per your assignment. Just look into that. I'm not a robot. Yeah, I'm not a robot. Meanwhile, can you please open this Practical Hive?
So it is downloaded.
It's still downloaded, right?
Net connect.
Now you see you have a Practical Hive, right? Wait. In this three arrows, click on these three arrows. You can see all the contents, okay? You can see all the contents.
Should I turn on the virtual machine?
Yeah, you can stop this. You can stop this. Power off, power off.
No, the job which we were scheduled.
Okay, just check whether it is running or not. The more you practice on Hive terminal, right? Okay, you will understand more on how your analysis, because for big data engineering analysis, Hive is the first step. So from next week onwards, when you are learning Python, this analysis part will be very, very useful for you, right? SQL part, Hive part, storage part, because you will be writing the PySpark programs with HDFS storage. This is running. First of all, stop this mission. We'll see this. Shut down, yes.
Process time.
Client is retrying it. Yes, there are two. So just try at home. Okay? Check my scope document. In that scope document, there is a scope export command explained well. Try to run that command by following the steps. So by tomorrow, once you come to the class, at least try to complete that scoop export. Hive internal external tables, scoop export command, MySQL Hive configuration. Please try to complete this. Okay. And also try to download these two books. I'll be telling you what to read in these two books. Okay. This is story. So tomorrow again 11 a.m. morning, right? Huh? Video will come back. Try to set your mind that there is no video, okay?
What happens is that when we are making mouse, so some people are not able to get the English. So for that purpose, they are just making.
See, madam, any new software, you need to have your